we're going to start now with an excellent company that has come from Switzerland. They're going to be presenting some of the innovative themes of their company. It's Xelidoni. So Thomas and Joanna.
Hello everyone, I'm Joanna, the CEO and founder of Xelidoni. I'm the first woman in this stage today. And I don't know if you know, but in Web3, we are 2% of women in entrepreneur. So I want to make an applause to all women in entrepreneur in this round. So the presentation, like you see, my English is not so good. So my partner, Thomas Siakam, CFO and founder, go present Xelidoni.
Thank you, Joanna. To establish the distinguished guest, first of all, I wanted to congratulate you for attending this blockchain and Yen Summit in Dubai. And we are very pleased to present you Xelidoni, an innovative rental guarantee solution. First of all, we just wanted to tell you where we're inspired by the name Xelidoni. It's a Greek name that means swallow. Swallow is a bird in the Portuguese culture that symbolizes a stable home, stability, and our idea was to be able to assist people to rent a place, to rent a home, and people who cannot afford that in place. What's the issue of the current model, current rental guarantee model? In a market like Switzerland, which is our prime market, you can see that 40% of the tenants make use of the deposit system. That is, they go to the bank and they deposit the amount and the owner. And the other 60% of the people make use of the building insurance. That is rental guaranteed insurance system whereby someone who cannot afford paying a deposit pay a premium on an insurance, and the insurance will issue a certificate to the owner. The problem with that model is that it's not working. It's been there for 40 years in the Swiss market. Xelidoni, we're trying to bring a better hybrid system. That is, the first part of our business model is for tenants who can afford paying a deposit, they will invest with us in our protocol. That means we're going to create a liquidity pool in the DeFi, whereby the fund will generate a return. And for the tenant who cannot afford paying a deposit, we want to use that liquidity protocol as an insurance system where we can assure the owner of the place that the tenant can actually get the place. So it's efficient, it's transparent, and Mr. Gustavo Montero talked about sustainability. We think it's sustainable because whatever is efficient and save time, it's sustainable. And that's the whole idea of Web 3.0. So yes, Xelidoni, it's that hybrid system that will provide those two services, like for tenants who can afford paying a deposit and tenants who cannot afford an insurance model. So if you look at the picture there, you can see our prime market, Switzerland. There's 800,000 people making use of a bank deposit system and 1.5 million people making use of the bonding insurance. That's the tenant who cannot afford paying a deposit, with an average deposit for private customer of 4,200 and for commercial customer 30,600. People must realize that we are talking about 70 billion Swiss francs of deposits sitting at a bank. And the average customer in Switzerland from that deposit gets 0.1%. And the average length of rental, it's 8 years. And at the end of the 8 years, he gets his deposit back, but the transaction fees wiped out the 0.1% that he gets. So, and you can see from the graph as well that the problem is everywhere. It's scalable, our solution, because more and more people are going to rent. With the increase in interest rate, we will see a bigger rental market across Europe. So how does it work? We make sure that in the rental process, all the stakeholders will participate. That is, the tenant bringing the deposit and paying the premium, the investor investing in the liquidity pool, the community, the Web3 community as well, investing. So from that liquidity pool, we generate enough income to reward all the participants. And you need to understand that it's decentralized. And we're very happy that Swissborg earlier on actually showed the capabilities of DeFi. It's very, very important, the decentralized aspect of the solution, because it's a safe solution. And also, it's important to highlight the fact that we will be the first liquidity pool with an average lock-in period of 8 years, because that's the average period of time for a tenant in Switzerland. That already takes away a lot of volatility. If you know that on average, a person will stay for 8 years, and that's why we are starting with that market. But there are other markets as well where we see more or less the same case. So our revenue model, it's the interest generated from the DeFi, the premium paid by those tenants that cannot afford paying a deposit, and transaction fees, management fees, as well as transfer fees. Our adoption strategy, it's very important for us to make sure that we sign the right partnership. That is the rental agencies, because they are the heart of our business, bringing us the tenant. The CRM companies, because we need to link our platform with the rental agency platform through those CRM agencies. We also need to build a strong community. That's Web 3.0. We need a partnership with the current bonding insurance. And finally, FINMA. We're working hand in hand with FINMA because it's the Swiss regulator. We are a proudly made Swiss business, and we need to ensure that we work with FINMA and we get all the necessary approval, because that's the heart of our business. Our competitive landscape, the current banks, UBS, Credit Suisse, because those are the place where the tenant deposit pay the deposit amount, and they get not an interesting interest rate. You have your traditional rental guaranteed insurance company, your Swiss caution, First Caution, and your traditional insurance company, that's your AXA and Helvetia. So Xelidoni is a pioneer because no one else is giving that hybrid system. So we are the only one. We did a lot of research to see, and we realized that we actually saw a gold mine that no one else saw. The team. It's a team of dedicated and passionate people. Joanna Moret, Mrs. Joanna Moret, the CEO, who introduced herself, strong 10 years with Swisscom, strong technical background. Myself, I'm a chartered accountant from the French Institute of Chartered Accountants. I have an experience with the Big Four, Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and before Xelidoni, I spent 5 years advising BNP Paribas on technical matters. We have our blockchain developers with his experience with Sanofi. We have Monsieur Rudolph Acuno, Monsieur Simão Monteiro, our web designer who worked at SPOM, and our community manager, Mrs. Judy Vieille, who worked for Migros. Our partners, OpenFees, very well known in Switzerland with a strong capability in the development of blockchain platform. They are helping us to build the infrastructure. Velter Clueworks, the largest risk management tool provider. FINMA, because it's the regulator, we need to work with them. And we also pleased to announce that we are signing a partnership with a bond insurance and the oldest rental agency in Switzerland. So we are potentially looking at 8,000 customers from the tenant. And our advisor, Monsieur Cyril Lapente, who is the owner of OpenFees, Stéphane Leterrier, Monsieur Stéphane Leterrier, and Monsieur Steridi, two notable business people, and we are very pleased to have Monsieur Stéphane Leterrier with us today. And we are very proud to work with Walter Kluwert, and our project went all the way to the highest level of that company. And we met the vice president, and he had to say these words. They believe that our solution is scalable. We are targeting a mass market talent. It's a global issue. So they believe we needed that strong risk management tool to ensure that we can reassure the market about our solution. So we're very proud to work with Walter Kluwert, and they've decided to assist us into building that robust risk management tool. Currently, they mostly work with the biggest banks, so it's also quite interesting that they trust a small company like ourselves. So where are we? We are looking to get at this seed phase 50 million Swiss francs. That is 40% of the total token issued, 3.2 million. And as of today, 2.35 million raised from the two partners that I mentioned earlier, and a potential user base of 10,000 from those two partners, with an estimated deposit amount of 42 million Swiss francs. So yes, as of today, we are working on the MVP, and it's very expensive because we focus on risk management and the regulatory side of the business. Hence, a significant amount of our resources go into ensuring that the market will say that we're working with the regulator, the Swiss regulator FINMA, and to ensure that we have the best technical partner, as I mentioned, Walter, and even the legal firm that is helping us. It's one of the biggest in Switzerland, specialized in the blockchain side. So yes, we are open, as I mentioned, from investor to get the token at this seed phase. We are available today if you want to discuss with us, and we have some documents ready in case you are interested. And we can also present you with the financial modeling that I did for all the scenarios, best case, worst case, and everything else. So once again, thank you for listening to us, and I hope you will join us. So Gustavo, I don't know if they asked the question, or is it... If we have the time.
And just so everyone's aware, we are going to have a very general and open Q&A at the end of the session where any questions can be asked to the host or any of the companies. But please feel free now to direct questions.
I have one.
Yes.
This is I lived in Switzerland for 40 years, right?
Yes.
So that's a very specific model.
Yes.
Is that model applicable to the rest of the world?
Yes.
Is it scalable?
It's very scalable, as I said earlier. That's why we are getting a tool from Walter Kluwert. It's scalable because, as we mentioned, in most countries, if not all countries in the world, tenants need to pay a deposit. And the insurance model part of it, it's some countries don't have it, but in most countries in the world, I think all countries in the world, tenants need to pay a deposit. And right now, they're getting nothing. They're getting nothing from the banks. And on top of that, in some of the countries where the deposit is not blocked in a bank account, they give it directly to the owner. The owner does what he wants with your deposit. So the idea with Web 3.0 is that we secure everything through a smart contract. And from there, the owner will also, he will not have the ability to do what he wants with that deposit. It's going to be secure. And with Web 3.0, we believe most transactions in the future are going through smart contract. So in those countries, we believe that our solution will be applicable. Right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's an excellent presentation from Xelidoni, a Swiss company that are seeking to expand into this region, just like many companies that are making the shift over to the UAE from Switzerland.